Morocco they are coming in like an injured lion. They were
Injured
supposed
from where?
from the last AFCON. I understand there was a whole lot of drama and all. But
Are they coming in as AFCON champions?
No, they're not. That's exactly.
Traits. Group B. What do you think? We have Canada, Qatar, Bosnia, and Switzerland. I think this group is fight for all.
Yes. So that's the thing about Group B. Group B is everybody wants to have it. And now I don't want us to look at Qatar as like they just qualified because they hosted the last one. No.
Well, actually,
That's true. Okay. But at the same time, no. We did that with Saudi Arabia, like Saudi Arabia. But then they shocked us against Argentina. So I don't want us to. That's going to be one of the biggest mistakes for anybody to try and work. And I trust
but
that.
I think they had their team. The only guy I think they're superstar is that Akram, the Qatar Football Association Player of the Year.
So I'm not even looking at any kind of superstar and all. But my own is don't look down on Qatar. They will shock you. They can shock you. It is the World Cup. Anything happens in this football thing, they would shock you. However, big ups is Canada and Switzerland. You see, Canada has that guy from Bayern, Alfonso Davies. I am looking at him. And they have that Jonathan guy from Juventus.
That's if Alfonso Davies does not get another injury.
He will definitely not get another injury. You see, the World Cup, everybody's always coming fitted. The World Cup that Neymar had injury, that guy was in CSC World Cup, went over. So this World Cup, I'm sure it's going to be fit. I'm sure it's going to be.
So you mentioned Jonathan Davies.
Yeah.
I know he's a star striker, but if you look at his stats, the past season in about 35 appearances, 6 goals, 4 assists, is it really the Messiah?
So it might not be the Messiah in the club. That's the thing about country football. So in the club level, yes, he might not turn up where he has to play every week, but for the fact that he's representing his country, that's still always going to start in the back of his mind. And then he has somebody who understands football on his level there, which is Alfonso Davies, and then it's Canada. Yes, I know that their football is not always that very interesting to watch. I mean, watching the games a few days ago, I'm like, these guys. But then it's still the World Cup. They have Qatar there. They can chop off points from Qatar. For Bosnia, I think Bosnia has like about 2 other very good players there. They can probably settle for a draw. And that's 4 points already. Then they go to Switzerland. I feel they should not allow Switzerland to defeat them. Bosnia has Ezeko and one other person. I can't remember his name now. But Switzerland has Mbolo, Granit Xhaka. I know Switzerland is going to feel like
let's go with the names. Manuel Akanji.
Yeah, Manuel Akanji. So I know Switzerland is going to be like, okay, we're here, but it should be a fight for all. That's why I like this group. This group is, there is no winners, there's no losers. It's be ready, be prepared.
But I beg to differ.
Anything can happen.
I actually think
Switzerland will come out of.
I think it's a straightforward punt for Switzerland. I think. Look at the optics. You know, Qatar, Canada.
Qatar, yeah, I know Qatar.
I think
did
the
you say
toughest.
Qatar, Canada?
No, I said Qatar, Canada. I'm like going from the 4th to the 3rd, and
Yeah.
I think it's basically between Switzerland and Bosnia when it comes to talks, because Switzerland has been consistent for the past 5 World Cup tournaments. From the last 5 World Cup tournaments, they've come out of they've been in the round of 16 4 times.
Yes.
So that team is used, to this coming out of their group stage. They've had the experience and they've more of like kept that group together, lately. So I think, and if you look at their qualification, it's their defense. I think they only concede about 0.3 goals per 90 minutes. And so they had that defensive backbone, and then they're delivering. So I think it's going to be a straightforward fight between Switzerland and Bosnia for who takes first position. Actually, I am not giving Qatar or Canada.
Like we see in every group, there is no underdog, but there are dark horses. Again, Canada is going to be the dark horse in this group, and I feel like Canada will cause chaos, because if they can draw one of these 2 giants that you have spoken about, then the real tussle for who owns the group begins, because you are not going to look down on Canada. It is the World Cup. A lot of things can happen, and then a lot of things will definitely happen. Bosnia, on the other hand, yes, Bosnia is going to come out fighting. Bosnia is going to come out fighting, but at the same time, they still have Switzerland and Canada to contend with. So this group is definitely a free for all, except Qatar might struggle, but if they can find their reading,
Very strong word.
yes, if they can find their reading, there is going to be they should be able to pull something. I'm not just ruling them out, but I don't just see them as the dark horses. I see Canada as the dark horse in this group, and then I'm ready for it.
Okay, so if we're saying Group B is going to be a free for all, I think Group C is a straightforward.
Hey,
It's
Group
a
C
straightforward group.
No, Group C is basically the streets on fire.
The streets on fire, right?
You have Brazil.
Morocco.
You have no, don't say Morocco. So let me explain. Morocco they are coming in like an injured lion. They were
Injured
supposed
from where?
from the last AFCON. I understand there was a whole lot of drama and all. But
Are they coming in as AFCON champions?
No, they're not. That's exactly. They are not coming as AFCON champions. Senegal remains the AFCON champions. They're not coming in as AFCON champions, but they are coming in as injured lions because
But they declared the
they
champions.
were
already.
very Morocco.
They've declared them
They've been undeclared the same way they declared them. So they're coming in with so much pent up anger, and then from the fact that they got to the semi-finals in the last World Cup, they knocked out the Giants. But as you should go and they should go and hold their shots very
but
well.
you need to also put this into perspective that they did that. I think the element of surprise is gone. Everybody now knows they are a good team. You know? I think before that World Cup, they kind of underestimated what they were.
Yes.
But people have seen them at that World Cup, they've seen them at AFCON, they've seen this team grow. I think now if they start treating them as a big team, it might be difficult.
They will definitely treat them as a big team, and they would play like the big team that they are. They have interesting names on their team. They have people like Hakimi, Champions League winner 2 times in a row. They have Brahim Diaz. They are definitely going to. And then don't take out their keeper. I see that guy. I love Bono. I love him. So they are definitely coming into this World Cup with the energy of we should have gotten World Cup finals. We were knocked out. We should have won the AFCON. We were defeated. And now there's another World Cup. This is the time where we prove who we are. And so, you see that group, I am so expecting from that group. There's Brazil in that group. There's Morocco. I think Haiti is the only on the dark horse in that group. There's somebody else in that group I'm trying to remember. But Scotland has McTominay. And they have
Andy
Robertson. Oh my God. McTominay going to Napoli showed that this guy is a good midfielder. He is a wonderful midfielder. I think Scotland to pull 1 or 2. You know, when you have your midfield organized, you are definitely cemented so much to the back, and then there's going to be good supply up front. If they don't score, McTominay will be there.
80 versus Scotland can be a free for all, but
it's not a free for all.
It can be a free for
80.
all. It can be a free for all. But let's go to the crown jewel. The crown jewel.
Brazil.
The only country that has participated in every World Cup, 22 tournaments. The country with the highest number of World Cups, 5 winners, 5 times.
True.
This is part of the teams. I have 2 teams that's winning at this World Cup, and this is number 1.
So I'm curious. When last did Brazil win the World Cup?
Come on, you want to go?
Please, football has evolved.
I think that's 2002.
2002.
So, who are you supporting?
I was in primary school.
Who are you supporting?
The team that plays the most beautiful type of football.
Don't
I don't want to even mention names, but when you call talent, when you call skill, you call football chemistry.
Skill reigns in Brazil. Skill started from Brazil.
See, we need to tell Brazil that they are the old money of football,
and the old money is coming to win it again.
We know that
we are coming to win it again.
We know that you have this thing, but sorry, football has passed that level.
It has not.
It's not by now on.
Jogo Bonito. It has not.
But the interesting thing about this Brazilian side is that I love the manager.
Yeah, he has come to reorganize the team.
So there's
to give it discipline.
So there's something about Carlo. Carlo does not necessarily ask you guys to go and play this style. Carlo is like, he brings out the best in you from conversation. I know you can do it. I think I see you scoring 2 goals or 3 goals in this game. Don't run too much. Just do a couple of dribbles. That's how Carlo does it. And then it always works. He has this relationship with players that always brings that. When I was at Madrid, I was like, I love this guy. I've followed Carlo for quite a while. Watching football was one of the coaches that I've always loved him. And then seeing what he's doing with the Brazilian side, I expect I expect the Brazil team to do something. It's not somebody you should look at. You should look down on. Brazil is definitely going to pull something in this World Cup.
Now you are saying what I want to hear.
Old money.
Now you are saying what.
Old money
Okay,
has started.
let's go through the Brazilian team. You have an Alisson.
We
at the back.
know.
You have a Gabriel
God.
Marquinhos, Gabriela Marquinhos, and the midfield you have someone like Bruno Guimaraes, and you're going forward. You have a Rafinha, you have a Vinicius Junior, you have an Endrick. Come on, star names. I've not even mentioned Neymar.
Please, Neymar is just so. I think Neymar's role in this World Cup is more going to be like, and that's what I think he should be used as, more like an Avoc Kosa. Just when it is 70, 60, bring him in. Bring him in when all the defenders are like tired and all, and then let him just bring out that magic that he does. Goals are definitely going to come out. I really look forward to see Brazil in this World Cup. And then the interesting thing, it is happening in their continent. It is happening on their own continent. Something about South American sides, when it comes to the World Cup, when it comes to international tournament, they want to prove. Yes, they can be upset that knocks them out, but they always have something to prove. They want to prove that, yes, you see, when it comes to football, the Samba boys, they have very interesting names. I'm really looking forward to them doing something in this World Cup. I know, I'm very certain. I know they are coming out of that group. I know they are coming out of the group as top if they are not going to have any issue. Carlos Ancelotti cannot mess with that. They are coming out of that group top.
That's true.
That's very sure. Yeah, that's a given. Like, that's something you can even go and stake at one side already. Now, whoever comes second from whatever group they are playing, those ones are already in for problem. No matter whatever they did in their group, they should understand that they are playing Samba boys.
Because I think the Samba boys are still reeling from that defeat in 2014 to Germany. That big defeat. And I think it was 6 something.
So that's the thing about football. It just comes at you in the most funny ways. I mean, look at the last World Cup too. It's just, yes, you can be good, but then it's within 90 minutes, a whole lot of things can just happen. You can just have one thing wrong, the person scores, and then that's it. Take PSG Arsenal into consideration. I mean, Arsenal has scored the opener. PSG kept going, and they could not get it. They used the penalty to convert, and they went to the penalties, and then they used the penalty to convert to even equalize Arsenal. They could not score an open goal because it was a wonderful defensive side, and then they went into penalties. That's not that. You had kept the entire game going, and then you had to lose it to penalties. So that's the thing with football. Brazil could play everything. It could be just even the round 16. They could play everything, score a goal. Somebody makes a mistake, they equalize, and they go to penalties, and then the tension everywhere. So football is like that. But the Samba boys, you are definitely going to see them at this World Cup.
Okay.
I'm expecting banger goals. I mean, TV adverts worthy goals.
No problem. So we're looking forward to that. And now, from Group A to C, we've seen 2 of the tournament hosts. We've talked about Mexico. We've talked about Canada. Now we're going to who people consider the main Group D.
Group
with
D.
the United States of
America.
So do we call it football or we call it soccer?
This has one name, and it is football. Please,
it's coming to the American homeland. So do we call it soccer or call it football?
We call it football. It is still football. And now, I'm so excited about the American side. I watched their game against Germany, and then I must first give
Mauricio Pochettino.
Yes, I must give him kudos. He has transformed their style of football. I mean, Germany defeated them 2-1. That's the interesting about football. But if you watch that match, I'm like,
this is USA.
This is USA. You are playing. They played against Senegal. They defeated Senegal. I'm like, this is USA. You're playing football like this. Wow. I really want to watch them in the World Cup. I understand that the World Cup is the World Cup. They are big names. They're giants. But then at the same time, when I see them play what they played against Germany, wow. I want to see them in the World Cup. I want to see them as host country plays. They're definitely going to.
So what would you think US hosting the World Cup? What level do you think they get to? And it's okay. It's still a successful World Cup.
To be very honest, I want to see them in the quarterfinals. They should not leave before the quarterfinals. Yes, they should not leave. First, they don't have any excuse not coming out top 2 in their group.
Definitely.
They don't have any excuse not coming out top 2 in their group. And then whoever they play with in the round 16, they should still play with the pride that they are playing at home. I want to see them in the quarterfinals. I mean, USA has never been a bad side for quite a while now. they have not really been a bad side for quite a while now. And then seeing you playing your home ground and then seeing you have a coach like Pochettino, seeing the way you need to see Pulisic. I was like, am I watching USA play football? Like, I know these guys for rugby, for American football, but then seeing
For
them
basketball.
play, but then seeing them is like the entire idea why this this man Lionel Messi and co coming to America is like they opened their entire eyes. You even need to see their fans. Their stadium was filled to the brim against Senegal. Like
Yeah, the World Cup mode.
are you serious?
So
No, I'm sick.
So let's just see the US Group D and the same group with Paraguay, Australia, and Turkey. Now, left to me, I think one of the toughest.
You look down South American side.
No. I said one of.
Okay.
And that's why I say this group is quite tricky because Paraguay are not. So once that's why from the word get go from the very first match, I think US need to take that group serious because easily you can have Turkey and Paraguay qualify and leave the US. We're not looking down on Australia. I think that battle, Paraguay being a South American side and the way they play that football, the passion they play it and talking with the technical players with Adabula, I think we're looking at a tricky group.
So one of the issues with the Turkey group is, as much as they have technical players, they don't not have enough. One, two. I'm looking at tactics here now. I've seen a couple of their games, and I think that they are still the side where they are coming up. They are not there yet. This World Cup will be like another revelation for them to learn. They will make mistakes. They want to grow. They will learn from this. I see USA and Paraguay really digging it out in this group. Like, that's what I'm saying. USA does not have any reason not to come out top two. They do not have every reason to come out top two. They definitely have to come out of this group, and they do have to come out second. I don't want to see them come out second. They have the names, they have the coach, and then it is going to be a beautiful watch.
Okay, so we've seen the groups up to the Group D, and I think out of all the hosts, we've seen the group where Mexico is, Canada is, United States is. Who are we looking at doing furthest between the three hosts?
Yeah, well, Mexico has a fair chance for getting to the round 16 already. We know
Yes,
that. Canada. Canada can be dark horses, yes, but would love. For USA, it is more of hope and expectation. It is not, we know you will do it. For Mexico, we know they are going to get to the round 16. So how do you go further from here? That's our big question for them. For USA, it is more like hope. Let's hope. But what I'm saying, I don't think you have any reason not to get to the quarterfinals. I think you can do it to get to the quarterfinals. For Canada, we just leave them as dark horses. Would want to see what they can pull out, and then we will be good.
What if Canada becomes the Morocco of this tournament?
No, let's not get our hopes up. See, football is football. This truth is, yes, there's going to be underdogs and all, but then football is football. The quality will speak when the time comes. Because when you play 3 matches now, you play within 5 days or within 1 week. You're back. If you don't have it, you don't have it. If you didn't day, you didn't day.
Okay, so we've done all this analysis from Mexico City to New York to Toronto. The three host countries, they are there to, give up not just the vibes, but they also have ambition. They also want to get to the latter stages, push their stars as much as they can, and see if they can, land the trophy themselves. But we'll wait and see how it goes. Group A to D is going to be so tight, and we are looking at it if we can see any
Would love. Who does not love?
Or you say
would love.
80 go to the quarterfinals.
Would love.
Or would you see pulling off a surprise?
But this is the World Cup.
Okay, so it's a World Cup. Anything can happen. And right here at Beyond 90, we're here to discuss not just the tactics and formations, but even the culture, the behind the scenes, and everything about the World Cup. So, what do you think? about who is going to qualify from groups A to D and every other group of the World Cup. Who is going to be the Morocco of this World Cup? Let us know in the comment section below. See you at the next episode.